What's going on, YouTube? So, Marvel, the MCU, has extended quite a bit while adding the Defender series to their canon timeline, their sacred timeline, not a multiverse timeline. So, they added it. So, this is my full MCU timeline by movie and show. So, you don't have to watch like first episodes here, one season here. So by movie and by season, this is the breakdown. First, you start off with Captain America: The First Avenger. Then you would go into the Marvel one-shot Agent Carter. Then, if you want, you could watch Agent Carter season 1 and 2. It adds nothing, but it also takes nothing away. Technically, it isn't officially canon, so it's not a necessarily watch. But it is considered there because it is Agent Carter who is referenced before in Captain America in a one-shot, then is brought back in different movies in a different kind of way. Next, you'll watch Werewolf by Night. This one is hard because most consider it a MCU multiverse project, but some have been confirmed that it is in the sacred timeline, and some have believed that it takes place around the 80s. So that's where I put it. I don't know if that's true. That's from a little research. That's what I got. Next, you watch Captain Marvel. Then of course we finally get to Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, Marvel one shot. A funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer. Then you would watch Thor, Marvel one shot, The Consultant. Then you would watch The Avengers. After The Avengers, you would watch Marvel one shot, Item 47. Then you would watch Iron Man 3. And then you would watch Marvel one shot, All Hail the King. Then Thor: The Dark World, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Next, we will watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I Am Groot Seasons 1 and 2. Now we add on to the Defenders. We start the Defenders saga, I guess you would call it. Starting with Daredevil Season 1, Jessica Jones Season 1. Then you go back with Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man. Then you go to the Defenders with Daredevil Season 2, Luke Cage Season 1, Iron Fist Season 1, and the Defenders show. Then you go back to more known Captain America Civil War, Black Widow, Black Panther, Spider-Man Homecoming, then The Punisher Season 1. You would go to Doctor Strange. From there, you would go to Jessica Jones Season 2, Luke Cage Season 2, Iron Fist Season 2. Then you would go up from there to Thor Ragnarok. After that, you would go to the end of the Defenders with Daredevil Season 3, The Punisher Season 2, and Jessica Jones Season 3. And that is where the end of the Defenders saga concludes. Then after that, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. That leads into Loki Seasons 1 and 2, What If Season 1 and 2, and it opens a wonderful Marvel multiverse timeline where you add stuff like Fox X-Men and the Spider-Verse. Starting off with the Spider-Verse, we have Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Venom, Venom Let There Be Carnage, Morbius. We'll see where the timeline goes throughout this year. We are adding Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, and Venom 3. So we'll see how that goes. We also have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That is the animated side of the multiverse. We will also Also, with Across the Spider-Verse, introducing stuff like the Spectacular Spider-Man, so you could watch seasons 1 and 2 of that. Also, there is a very small glimpse of PS4 Spider-Man, so that is Spider-Man, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. Next, you will go to the Fox X-Men. Start off with X-Men First Class, X-Men Origins Wolverine, X-Men X2 United, X-Men Last Stand, The Wolverine, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, Logan, and The New Mutants. And that is the timeline for now. Obviously, with the multiverse, everything we've ever seen is canon. But this is officially canon because these are connected through projects that are already in the sacred timeline. So it is like a backstory and conclusions adding on. Of course, you would have stuff like all three Punishers. You would have the Ghost Riders, the Daredevil, Elektra, both Fantastic Four movies. I guess you can say Howard the Duck. There's many movies that I didn't add that are, so you could pick your favorite and throw it into the multiverse timeline. I only added the Spider-Verse and the Fox X-Men universe because they are connected through certain projects like Spider-Man No Way Home or Deadpool 3. After that, the multiverse is expanded and all these new timelines are being created. Those are called branch timelines. Back in the sacred timeline, in the MCU or the Earth 616, we have WandaVision, Shang-Chi, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Eternals, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, and then Hawkeye. Next, we have Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Moon Knight, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Echo, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Thor Love and Thunder, and Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. From there, we go to Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Then we have the conclusion of the Guardians with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And this is where the timelines a little tricky because it's at the end of the timeline. Our last two projects on here are Secret Invasion and the Marvels. We'll see how this timeline adjusts with new projects being added. I think this year it's only Agatha, Covenant of Harkness. Obviously, Echo's already on the list, and we also have Deadpool 3. So we'll see where those two new projects add in to the timeline. And when 2025 comes, we're going to be adding tons and tons of projects into this greater multiverse, greater 616 canon, sacred timeline. A lot of stuff is being added through the multiverse and just through the timeline in the sacred universe through the MCU. That is the timeline. Everything is pretty much straight. Like I said, the only thing I added that isn't for sure Agent Carter Season 1, and then I threw Werewolf by Night in there because it doesn't really match anywhere. And it also doesn't feel right putting it before Captain America. You don't want to rewatch starting with Werewolf by Night. You'll never see that character again, and at least not for another 60 projects. It doesn't make sense to have it there. So saying it takes place in the 80s, it's one of the first projects. You can get it out of your way, get it out of your mind, or you can throw it in the multiverse timeline. That's on option 2. This isn't the correct timeline. I'm not from Marvel. I don't work at Marvel. But I also think the Marvel timeline on Disney Plus is wrong because you have Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Hawkeye at the same time, literally on Christmas of 2023. But then they have Doctor Strange, which takes place in 2024, before Hawkeye. which is alludes to Hawkeye taking place in 2025. So this is the timeline that I did through tiny bit of research. This is a timeline you can use, you don't have to use. I will also be making a short version, so you don't have to watch all the one-shots. You don't have to watch things like Werewolf by Night, or you don't have to watch the Daredevil and the Defender series. Oh, that video is coming very shortly. Please like and subscribe. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it was kind of useful, and I hope you use it for the next time you want to rewatch the entire MCU, including the multiverse films, the Defender series, and the Marvel one-shots that were added. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed.